Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 4 in the Rise and Thrive. We have another guest today. So, as you all know, that we in this episode we invite guests who has done or have been engaged in businesses or who are doing businesses and who have been in the industry, like a business owners and all that. We invited them to this podcast, and then we interviewed them. We talked to them and asked their story. So here we go today, and we are at our fourth episode. We have a very special guest, and his name is Bill Declemente. Welcome, Mr. Bill.
Thank you, Mr.
Uh,
V.
so I think if I call you just Bill, that's enough.
Hey, that's fine.
Okay, perfect.
I'd be called worse.
Yeah, this is okay, perfect. So, and I know Bill for you. I know you for a while now, and about more than 5 6 years, and we have done things together as well. And now, I know you are retired from businesses right now, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm totally
You
retired now. I just do things
Gotcha.
like fun. I have a little not a podcast, an internet on YouTube.
Okay.
The Bill Declemente.
Gotcha.
But other than that, that's for fun. I don't make money.
Okay, so but you have been in business,
Yes.
and you have done jobs as well,
Health
and
clubs.
health. Okay, so health club business. So you have been in. Now first of all, I like to learn about your story, right? So, you know. You have lots of experience and more than me, and you have been in this world and doing all kind of things. And I know you have been in military as well. So first of all, Mr. Bill, could you please introduce yourself and who are you and what you have done, and something like things like that.
Okay, be short, right to the point.
Yes.
I was born and raised in Queens, New York.
Mm-hmm.
I was drafted in 1965, right at the height of the Vietnam War.
Mm-hmm.
Served in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Came out. I got a job at Kennedy Airport as a sales rep for a company named Airlift International.
Was that your first job?
Yes.
Wow.
And it was an all freight airline.
Uh-huh.
And it was very interesting because the company was on the verge of going bankrupt. It was hurting.
Uh-huh.
When I went there, I knew nothing about sales.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a guy that can knock on a door and go in. So I was young.
Yes.
I didn't have all the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy hired me. And he gave me a book to read on Andrew Carnegie, The Art of Selling.
Mm.
And I read it. I wasn't too impressed with it then, but I forced myself to read it.
Uh-huh.
He hired me, and I was the exclusive sales rep for the tri-state area.
Mm-hmm.
New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut.
Wow, so
that's a big area, right?
Yeah, you have been living in New York. I mean, north side of this country for a long time.
Oh yeah, I was born and raised in New York. But
yeah,
there's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of things going on in New York.
Yes.
And in those days, it was different. Well, anyway, what was unique about it is that the company,
mm-hmm.
like for Christmas bonuses, they didn't have money
mm-hmm.
to give people for Christmas bonuses. So they gave them stock. Now, this was an over-the-counter stock. It's called a penny stock.
Mm-hmm.
The stock was 11 cents a share.
Wow.
Okay. I mean, that's funny.
Yes.
Well, I was there 2.5 years as their sales rep.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2.5 years, the stock went from 11 cents to $34 a share.
Wow.
It was the hottest issue on the stock exchange.
Back then.
Yeah, I even bought stock when I saw it was going up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it was going so well that the manager of the company, Bill Declemente, he told me, Bill, you're doing a great job. We got no more space. Put it in freight on the planes. We don't have enough planes. So do me a favor.
Yes.
Just come in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Let people see you here in the morning.
Uh-huh.
Hang out, have coffee, go out in the field. They don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
When you come back, let them see you again.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care where you go.
Uh-huh.
The stocks are up. The place is doing great. I'm getting compliments from the CEOs of the company and all.
Yes.
So I spent time
Uh-huh.
going to the health club. And I'd hang out there all day, working out, using the steam room, the showers, the sauna rooms, and pool.
Yes.
When I joined, the guy that interviewed me in those days, it isn't like today, you can go on computers and do things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said, what do you do for a living? And I told him I'm a sales rep for an airline. Mm-hmm. Well, it just so happened. One day, the owner of the club, who I had never met, was there visiting the Queens Club. Uh-huh. On Forest Hills and Queens Boulevard. Mm-hmm. And came over and he says, Bill, I'm Howie Joseph. I own the clubs. Yes. The Shelton Health Clubs. Can I talk to you, man? I said, sure. We go inside. He says, listen. He says, I own a couple of clubs. The New York Club is a health club for women. Okay. Now, this, can you imagine? A health club for women? Yes. My eyes lit up. Oh, really?
That's very interesting.
I'm 20-something years old. Yes. 22 maybe, something like that. Mm-hmm. So he said, listen, I heard you've been a salesman. Mm-hmm. I need a sales rep. Yeah. I said, well, how does that work? He said, well, you be here with me. Mm-hmm. And then I go home earlier and you lock up at night and you do the interviews and the selling. Yeah. In those days, you sat down and you had a sales pitch. Mm-hmm. He taught me how to sell. Mm-hmm. And even in the room that we sold in, we had 2 interview offices. Mm-hmm. That room, you give them a tour of the place, and you watch to see what they look at most. If it's a woman, you look at the aerobics. You learn to see what they look at and what to try to sell, what the point is of their interest. It was very interesting. I really learned a lot.
Yes. About selling.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the whole art was to close the deal. Yeah. In the room, we didn't have any posters, anything on the walls, nothing to distract the person you're trying to sell. You want them looking at you and listening to you, not looking at things on the walls. Mm-hmm. All these little techniques work when you have to close the deal. I see. Well, I sold with enthusiasm because I really was into fitness. I was into working out. And yes. Enthusiasm is what motivates the person on the other end. Yes. If I'm talking to you about a health club and I'm getting you excited about it, yes. I'm winning the challenge. One of us is going to win. Yes. Either I'm going to close the deal or you're going to close the deal on why you're not joining. Yes. And in those days, the price of a membership, a 1-year contract, was $24, $20 or $24.
For the whole year?
Yes, a month.
A month?
Okay. Okay. But in those days, $24 was a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, and now today, you could join a health club for $10 a month. Yes. And that $10 is equivalent to maybe $4 or $5 in those days. Yes. So it's a strange business. Yeah. Instead of going up, it went down. In other words, every business with inflation going on as it has over many, many years, you would think the price of a health club would be $150, $200 or more a month. Yes. Instead, it's down to $10 a month. $10.
Which we nowadays call gym or fitness.
Well, yeah, I had gyms and I had spas, and I'll get into different ones. The spa had the pools, the steam rooms, the jacuzzis, the saunas.
So this is a lot, like pretty much everything covered in them.
In the spa, yes. In the gyms that I built myself in Florida, I'll mention some of them, and then I'll tell you about some funny stories that happened. Okay. Things that you just can't make up. They just happen, and they're funny later on. You say, "Oh my God!" But
So how did you like now?
I did well in health clubs,
Okay.
but I wasn't. I had health clubs in New York, New Jersey,
Mhm.
and in Florida.
Florida as well.
Now, I didn't own them all at once.
Okay.
One at a time.
Uh-huh.
I was an owner operator.
Okay.
I did it all.
Oh wow.
I did it all. That's how small businessman works.
Yes.
You do it all.
You do, yeah, exactly.
Because nobody's going to do it as
Yes.
well as you. It's your
Yes.
investment.
Yes.
And it's your income.
Yes.
Your survival.
Mm-hmm.
I did well on each. However, when you're young, you don't want to work 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, and on Saturday, Sunday, you close a little early. Yeah. You want time to play. So my modus operandi would usually take me to about 2.5 to 3 years, and I just burn out. It's not worth it at that point. But what happens is when a business is making money, it has resale value. Yes. Everybody wants a business that is on record. You can show them tax returns. You can show them. You take a guy that has a son or a daughter that's into working out, fitness, and this and that. And let's say the guy's a doctor or a lawyer that makes a lot of money. The kid wants to go into business. So he has the means. He could buy it for them, put them in business and doing something they like. Yes. However, that usually doesn't work too well because the kids, they're there because they think they're going to play in that gym and have fun. Yes. You have to work out before you open. Yeah. You can't work out when you're in business. You're working. Yes. An interview comes in, somebody wants to see the place. Yes. You got to be presentable. Yeah. You have to be energetic. It's like an actor. Yes. You have to walk them through, make them feel good and be enthusiastic. I met a lot of people in health clubs. One of them was a legendary fitness man. Only the old people would know him, Jack LaLanne. He had TV shows and all. And Jack told me exercise is for the mind. The body is just one of the results. And I thought about that. He's right. When you work out, you get done. You feel good. Yes. And when you work out, the key is do not overwork. Leave yourself feeling hungry for more. It's like going to a restaurant and eating your favorite meal and overeating. You always leave a little bit on the dish because then you look forward to coming back the next time for another meal. People overtrain. They kill themselves and then they give up after a few months because it's too much work. It has to be part of your lifestyle. Consistency is more important than intensity. That's true. All right. So, but now here's a unique factor in health club business that most people that are in business. Oh wow! Just thought of another thing I got to tell you. Okay. How I got the Jersey spot, but I'll get to that last. Yeah. Let me make that note. Okay. How I got it. Yeah. So. Hold on a second. Here's what I'm trying to say. If I rent a business, whether it's an existing spa that wasn't making it, which I've done, or I just rent a place and dream up, go home at night with a pen and pencil. I'm going to carpet the walls up here. I'm going to have wall-to-wall mirrors, which was the way to go, 2 feet up, running the entire length of both walls. And then I'm going to plan where I'm going to put the equipment because you want it to look aesthetic. You want it to look right. You don't want it to look like a pile of weights on the floor. It has to, you have to walk in and get excited. Wow, this is going to be candy. This is Toyland for workout people. Yes. So you have to put it together. You have to be creative. Gotcha. But you have to make sure it works for you. And it works for the people using it. Because I got a little off track here. Let's say I rent 4,000 square feet. So this is for the health club. Yes. Now, I am going to make money. You're not selling a product. You're not selling an apple. They walk out the door, and you're giving them an apple.
Yeah.
You're selling space. Now, think of this now.
Yeah.
If you have 100 people that join that club, or 1,000 people that join that club, it's not costing you any more money other than your rent and your electric.
Yes.
Insurance, little things that you have to have.
Yes.
But that's why you could make a ton of money. Those days, you can't do it today.
I think even today, the gyms and the club, they make money because sometimes people get their membership, but they don't go.
Oh, that's what it's all about.
Yes.
When I had health clubs,
Yeah.
sometimes at night, mostly after dinner, 5 o'clock, they start to jam. The parking lots would be jammed.
Wow.
Now, it's not how many people come and use the club. It's how many people came and joined that. Because people join the club.
Yes.
And I'm smiling because something else came to mind. I'm a trigger imagination. Bringing back things that happen.
Yeah.
It's how many people join. That place could be empty that night, and I could have had a great day.
Yeah.
I could have had 4 or 5 people join the club.
Yeah.
In a small club, so much a year for the membership. It adds up. So I figured, hey, I made 2,000 today or 3,000. You make 3,000 a day in the old days. Yes. It was a lot of money.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. So one question that now you start from the as a salesperson in the airline company.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you got into this health club because you went to a
now we're going back, but this is fun.
But how old you were back then?
Like 22 years old. 22. I think 22 years old.
So you didn't go to school or college or anything like that?
I went to college 1 year, but then came back. That's when I got drafted.
Okay. Gotcha.
But the unique part is I go home and I tell my father. Now, salaries in those days, people didn't make a lot of money. Yeah. Made peanuts, but you didn't need that much. I was living at home with my mother and father. Yeah. I go home, I told him I was at the health club working out, and the owner came over to me. He must have heard that I was in sales. Yeah. And he wanted to interview me. He wants me to go to New York Spa to see him, so I'm going to go over there tomorrow. Yes. So he told me he'll start me. If I interview you and I see what you can do, I'll start you out with $500 a week. $500 a week? Yeah. Now we're talking about 1967. That's a lot of money. Yeah. Well, that's what my father says to me. Stay away from this guy. He might be a fag. Yeah. Think about it. Yes. A ladies' health club. Yes. $500 a week. What else you want? I'm not going to make more than my father. Yes. Okay, all right. So I did go. I liked it. It was cool. It was on the 16th floor of the Shelton Hotel. And we had a private elevator. Because those days they had elevator operators. And that elevator went from the front of the magazine stand where they sold the candies and stuff in magazines up to the 16th floor. Open just for us. Made no stops in between. Okay. I became very good at it. I don't want to sound braggadocious, but how he taught me, I was the best he had ever seen in the business. I really enjoyed it. And he made a lot of money with me. Okay. Before you know it, he's giving me $500 on salary and giving me $250 under the table cash. That's a lot of money. That's $750. I was a kid. I had $50,000 in my savings account. I think, yeah, really, okay? Yeah. That's great. Yeah, I was doing very well. Yes. And every once in a while, I'd be walking like in a hallway or something like that, and I'd see a piece of paper on the floor. I'd pick it up. There's a check with my name on it. He give me bonuses. Here's 100, here's 200 more. Because I was making a lot of money for the guy. Yeah. Like I said, if I made in there, I could make 10 to 15, sometimes 20 sales a day. Yes. That's a lot of sales. Yeah, it is. That's a lot of money a day. Monday through Thursday were the strong days. Friday was a slower day. Saturday and Sunday, you open more for convenience. If you made sales, great. It's all gravy, extra money. But we did very well there. Then, unfortunately, the hotel was bought and we lost the lease.
Oh, building.
So I was without, and I knew the health club business inside out.
Yeah, you got the
All right.
experience.
So that's when I started my own clubs.
Oh, that was the beginning. Okay,
In the Shelton Health Club for Women, there was a couple. I made a few notes here to remind myself because we're talking a lot of years ago.
Yeah.
A couple of funny things that happened.
While you mean before you start your own club?
No, the one that I learned it.
Okay.
Then I'll get to the ones I own.
Okay, gotcha. So, and that was back then, like when you were about 22, 23 years old, and you stopped going to college and you just doing business working. And what happened to airline work?
Oh,
you quit it?
I left that.
Okay, you left it, and then became completely full time.
Oh yeah, that became that's historic.
Okay,
because it became the hottest issue on the stock exchange. It was like, where did this company come from? Unheard of. Could you imagine having stock at that price? And people just held it because it was worthless, 11 cents.
Yeah, 11 cents, and then all of a sudden,
you're talking about money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
You had 10,000 worth of that.
Yes.
You could do the math. We're talking about people getting rich on it.
Yeah.
Little people. Could you imagine big investors? Oh, every time they buy it, they would just jump more.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting back to a couple of funny things.
Yeah.
Howie lived in Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
The hotel was on Lexington Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
It was on the opposite side. It was right across the street from the Waldorf Astoria.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the Lexington Avenue side, not the Park Avenue side.
Okay.
So we had locker attendants there. Even the locker attendants would make $500 to $1,000 a week. Wow. They had a key, and that locker attendant would give them a locker, open it for them, close them for them. They get tips and tips and tips. And we had a high volume. When you have that kind of volume, they're going to make money. Yes. A lot of people came in here all day long. Mm-hmm. Well, this one night, the locker attendant, she looks through the place, steam room is off, turns everything off, and she locks up. She closes. She says, all right, ready. I turn the lights out. We leave. Next morning, I get there. Howie says to me, "When you hear what happened last night?"
So Howie was the owner of the guy.
Howie owned it.
Yeah.
He says, I got a call from the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
A lady was in the sauna room, and she fell asleep, and the locker attendant didn't see her. Oh. And we locked the place up.
Oh.
Well, now the lady has no clothes because the lock is locked and her clothes are in the locker. Like I said, you can't make this stuff up.
Yeah.
So we had a reception desk with a phone to the hotel lobby. Uh-huh. Thank God that wasn't locked up because that's we had the whole floor of the hotel, so that whole floor, no one could get on it. Uh-huh. And she called, and they got her an outside line, and they called her husband for her. And she told her husband the story. He hung up on it. He didn't believe it. Could you believe this? Howie, she had a towel wrapped around her because she had a towel. That's all she had. Yeah. And Howie had to go down there, open up the place, open up the locker, get the key for the locker. Yes. Open up the locker so she could get her clothes to leave. I mean, that's
that's very funny.
Yeah, it is.
And she falls asleep, and the other girl didn't see it. Okay.
She didn't see it. Yeah. Evidently, she might have been in a spot that she just wasn't that visible. Yeah. The woman did this job for years before I got there. Yes. Margie was the locker attendant, and just a freak accident.
Yes. Yeah.
But it wasn't a tragedy, but it was.
Yes.
Could you imagine? You fall asleep there, the place is locked, the lights are out, the only thing on is the emergency exits. Yes. And your clothes are in a locker. And when you walk into the lobby, you can't even get the elevator down to the lobby because it's not running. It's our elevator.
Oh, okay. Because it is the health club.
Okay. Right. It was strictly for us.
Oh, okay.
Then there was another situation that was I found it humorous. It was quite a surprise to me. There was a famous old gangster named Frank Costello, legendary guy, called the Prime Minister. And he used to do all his business early in the morning. He'd meet people at Ruben's restaurant, which used to be open 24/7.
Yeah.
Then he'd stop at the Waldorf. Then he'd come across the street to the Shelton to use the help of downstairs, the steam rooms. He loved the steam rooms. So one day I'm coming in the lobby, going to go upstairs to go to work. We opened at 10. And there's this black pimp that lived in the hotel. Now, there was no pimps in that hotel other than this guy. I don't know how he ever got in there. Because they didn't tolerate that stuff,
Yeah.
And he says, Bill, you want to buy a watch? What do you got? He shows me a watch. It was white gold, 18 karat, Jules Jurgensen with 52 diamonds in the bezel. It was cool. In those days, it was a real show. It's not a watch you wear to work. It's a watch you go. Yeah. So what do you want? He says, $1,000. It's all right, I'll pick it up in the morning. Hold it for me, I'll take it. No, it's first come, first serve. Come on, we didn't have ATMs then. Yeah. We didn't have monies. Come on, I don't have that kind of money, honey. I says, hold it for me tomorrow morning. I live in Queens. I bank in Queens. I got to go to the bank to get the 1,000 out. He's first come, first serve. You know where I am. So I went down there maybe about 11:30 to get some mints, breath mints. And who is at the counter getting newspaper or something? Frank Costello. Mr. Costello. Yeah. Just a second. Step on the side. I says, it's a black pimp that lives in the building. He says, yeah, I've seen him. I says, he's got a Lucha Picard watch. White gold, I describe it to him. Yeah. He wants $1,000 on it. I have the money, but I don't have it with me. I live in Queens. Yeah. Is there any chance you happen to have that kind of money? I'll bring it to you tomorrow morning, Susan.
Is it like $1,000?
Yeah, $1,000. He says, meet me downstairs in locker room. Give me 5 minutes. I said, okay. Go upstairs. I said, Howie, got to go downstairs for a minute. I'll be right back. I go downstairs. Here he is getting undressed by the lockers. And I walk over and he hands me money. Yeah. Oh, thanks very much, Mr. Costello. I'll be here 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. He said, $20. Come at 11. I'll be here tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Yeah. And if I'm not here tomorrow, don't worry. I'll see you next day. All right, thank you so much. I take the money, put it in my pocket. I get upstairs. I count it. There's 11 $100 bills. So I says, holy shit, you overpaid me. So I go downstairs right away. He's still by the locker. And he sees me coming. And he's trying not to smile. Walk over to Mr. Costello. And I got upstairs and counted the money. Yeah. You overpaid me. It's 1,100 here. I gave you 100 back. He says, Bill, I've done that with so many people. I find the quality of a man for $100. You know how many friends of mine didn't come back with that money?
To give back.
I felt like 10 foot tall. Yeah. He tried me out. That's why he was smiling. Look at this. The guy's honorable. Well, that was just something I wanted to share about.
Yeah. So you went back and gave that $100 back.
I gave it to him. He was all smiled, and I felt so. I mean, I just so.
So he was testing you out.
He was testing me to see what kind of guy I was. For 100, he didn't make. The guy was very wealthy. He had a stage in Sands Point. He had a condo in Manhattan.
Oh,
he was a very rich guy.
Yeah.
You can Google him and look him up. I mean, he was a legend.
So you worked for him?
No, I didn't work.
Okay, but his clubs that you were working with?
No, he didn't. He was using that men's club. See, the men's club was in the basement with the pool and all. The ladies' club was totally separate. It was totally. It's not like today they go into one gym and they're all working out together.
Yeah. No. Oh, back then it wasn't like that.
No, you couldn't. How could you? I mean, who could work out when these girls are running? All these hard-bodied, good-looking ladies working around. You never leave the gym. No one go to work.
Yeah, so nowadays everything is together. In the same gym, they also work out.
Then After that closed, I went into my own business.
Oh, okay.
That's when I started.
That's when you start your own, because now already you have acquired enough like good experience and knowledge.
In those days, with 50,000, you could open a good gym.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
So
That's a lot of
I went
money.
down to Florida
Uh-huh.
and I opened up a small gym.
So that's what brought you to Florida?
Well, I always wanted to go to Florida. I loved it. I went down when I was 18.
So
I drove down and it was like paradise because my uncle used to go there for the winters. And he used to come back and they used to tell stories about the fun they had. And I just like, gotta see what Florida's like. And I fell in love with it.
So which city did you visit first?
Well, it was in North Miami Beach, which today is called Sunny Isles Beach.
So pretty much like everybody goes to Miami.
Right, but it was Miami.
Okay.
But North Miami. But anyway, I opened up the Olympia gym. It was a store. I rented the store. It takes a lot of guts because I'm using everything I have.
Yes.
You know, I have to live on the money. I have to pay rent. I rented an apartment. In those days, you need all the stuff. You could go in. You give them the first, last of the month's security, and you're in. Yeah. They didn't do background checks, credit checks. You can open it under any name you want.
Did you use computers back then?
No. Computers? No. Anyway, I planned the whole place. Pencil and paper. I'd go to sleep at night right there because I woke up thinking of something. I made note of what I had to do. It was exciting to me. Yes. I opened up the Olympia, and I made money from the first week. I didn't have extra money left because they always run over your budget. Yes. I don't care what you open. Yes. It's gonna run. And it's your money. You don't have to answer to somebody that say, well, let's do it this way. They don't know the business. I know it. Yes. I want to be in control of my own business. Yes. I don't want stockholders or investors. Yes. And anyway, I made money on it. And then after, so you made that money within a week? No. I made money. I showed a profit. Okay. First week on, I never had a week that was a stalemate or I had to draw. I see. Got it. It was good. Got it. I mean, I was flying high, but like I said, you're working 7 days a week. Yeah. I'm in there working, and guys are pulling up with Porsches and BMW convertibles with the best looking girls. I'm saying it's 11:30, 12, 1 o'clock. Doesn't anybody go to work in the city? Everybody was dealing pot. Yeah. And then cocaine. Ooh. That's why everybody had money. Nobody went to work. All these kids that families had, like in Keystone Point, they had houses, homes on the water, with the docks in the back. Yeah. They were all smuggling. Whoa. Everybody. All right. One day a guy comes in, he says, Bill, can I leave something in the office? I don't want to leave it in the car. This is not drugs, is it? No, it's cash. He said, I don't want to leave it in the car. I said, how much is it? He said, it's 800,000. Oh, like it was nothing in the shoebox. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. So I said to myself, I'm breaking my balls. I'm working 7 days a week. Yes. And I said, these guys, they're living the life. But not a good one. Well, it's good until they get caught, if they get caught. A lot of them didn't. I know a bunch that never got caught. Oh, wow. Now, there was so much of it going on. Yeah. And they didn't have all the technology they have today. I gotcha. Nowadays you can get and that's not a good business either anyway. No. We don't want to promote that. No. But it was I hit now in the Olympia. Yeah. One day I had a guy I used to make the programs when the people joined. I says, I make the program for you, workout program. You are the owner of the Olympia? Owner, operator. I did it all. Okay. I cleaned it. I cleaned the mirrors. I come in early. Oh, wow. You work so hard for that one. That's what it is with your business. You want to know your business. Yes. Come in early and clean it. You learn everything that's wrong, everything that needs to be done. Yes. So anyway, this is fun. Yes. People would come in and say, gee, I saw your ad in the paper. like to try the place out. Okay, she'll be my guest for today. See me on the way out. Hopefully you'll be interested in joining. That's not the kind of interview you really want.
Yes.
But you give them the opportunity to use it. It's not costing you $1. One day I'm in the office. I let this guy use it. The guy was in shape. He was a little strange looking. I'm in the office, and one of the guys comes in and steadies. He said, Bill, you got to come in the gym. You got to see this. Why? What's going on? You got to see this. I go into the gym, and here's this guy that I let use it today, working out, doing bench presses. He's wearing a string bikini.
What?
Yes, wait a minute, it gets better. And before he came out, he rubbed baby oil all over himself.
A baby?
Baby oil.
Baby oil.
So his body's all shiny. And I'm looking at this, I can't believe this. He had oil all over the bench. He lays down, there's oil on everywhere he go. I had to get alcohol. Anyway, I said, listen,
you had to clean him
have
up.
to leave here, man.
Oh, you kick him out?
Of course, you can't work. You can't work down here. He said, you don't got to put clothes on. You got to have a shirt on. You can't have oil on all the equipment. The next guy will lay down on it and ruin his clothes, will slide off and get hurt.
Yes, definitely.
The guy was a little demented. He was demented.
Ooh,
but
wow.
And that was I still can't believe it. What kind of moron would do a thing like that? He looked like an oil slick in the middle of the gym working out in a string bikini.
That's interesting. So now you did a club when you were in New York. You were doing health club for women. Did you open the same club women?
No, because the women's club was very big on aerobics. And aerobics, I have to be dependent on a woman aerobics teacher. I gotta pay them. That's one downside.
Yeah.
And then you have to be sure they're dependable. If they have a scheduled class and they don't show up that day, you have disappointed, maybe angry people. And you can't blame them. And I didn't want to open any business where I had to be dependent on someone else. It was too risky for me. If something wasn't going to work for me, it's going to be because I screwed it up.
Yes.
Not because employees show up. And that happens.
That's true. Yeah, that happens. Yeah. So you started like a men's club?
Oh, it was a workout gym, the Olympia gym.
Oh, okay, just for everybody.
Yeah, a woman could join if she wanted. I had a few, but I didn't advertise for them exclusively. If they came in, it was a good gym to work out in. Women that lived close in the neighborhood. It's not like today. There's a health club on every corner.
Yes.
Millions.
So
people would drive a half an hour to go to a good gym.
Wow. So you had a good gym. And you started a good investment. Good equipment. And when you started that, back then, what kind of marketing platform you had to use for marketing? Because back then they didn't have social media.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting that you asked that question.
Yeah.
I was a creator. I knew how to build that place out, not physically, but to plan it so that you walked in. You got a hard on looking at that gym. You wanted to work out.
Just by seeing it, okay, I want to be here.
I knew how to sell and I knew how to make the place look great and be functional.
Okay.
But I wasn't a marketing guy. So, and I didn't have the money to market. So I would put little ads in the Sunday paper. Yeah. Now, sometimes you get the paper and you're going through it and you're, where's my ad? and sure enough, you go through it twice, 3 times, you can't find it, you're pissed. And you call the paper and they tell you, look on page so-and-so, it is there. But sometimes it gets buried. For example, I learned the hard way. If it's a paper that you open, which they were, the left-hand page is the priority page. Or it's the right-hand page. So if you're on the left-hand page, people open, they seem to look at that one.
Yes.
But, you could tell by
the one on the right.
But I didn't know marketing.
Oh, you didn't know much?
Nah, marketing was my weak side. But I made money. I did good. Let me see what else happened.
Yes. So you Olympia was your first one?
in Florida that I built on my own.
Okay.
Then that was when they had a problem with the Iranians. When Jimmy Carter was president.
Iranian problem.
Yes. They captured, they were holding hostages in Iran. They were burning our American flag in the garbage cans. They were burning the president, the dummies of them and all. It was a big thing. So I said, you know what? I'm going to hold an anti-Iranian demonstration.
Anti-Iranian?
I says, it'd be great publicity. If I get press and all.
Yeah.
I says, it's free. And I was a patriot anyway.
Yeah.
So I had taken in a partner. Bert. And I said, I'm running around today. I'm going to other clubs. I'm going to karate schools, anywhere that I know. And I'm going to tell them about the demonstration, give them flyers. In those days, you could Xerox the flyers. You didn't have to spend much money for the demonstration. I said, I'll see you about an hour or 2 hours. So I went around to all these places and I left flyers. I get back. And he says to me, you ain't going to believe who was here. I said, so the FBI, they want to talk to you. What do they want to talk to me about? They want you to call off the demonstration. The demonstration's tomorrow night. I ain't calling no shit. He said, well, you got to see what happened. So
FBI is at your door.
They came to the club. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So Bert says, Bill is handling that. I don't know nothing about it. I'll tell him when he comes back. Well, most of these guys, they're workout guys. Yeah. There was a guy, a black guy, named Dave Burgess, who was a Mr. America contender. We even sponsored him to go up to New York for the show. I think he won second or third place. And he was huge. Steroids, big arms. And when the FBI were leaving the office, Burgess was on the lap machine, the one sitting lap machine, he's working out. And they're looking at these 20-inch arms. So they walk over, and he's working out, and Bert says to me, you ain't gonna believe this, but they walk over to Burgess. He's on the lap pole. And he says to him, hey man, you here to see Bill? Yeah. Don't fuck with the guy, man. He's a good dude. Bert says, you should have seen. I mean, you can't make this stuff up.
Yes.
All right. Next night, I got one of the guys had a pickup truck. I had to go to a store to have a special flag made, an Iranian flag.
So you're doing
against them. Now the FBI came because there was a college nearby that had a lot of Iranian students, and they were afraid that it might break out into riots.
I see, guys.
So, they did come back to see me.
Okay.
And I said, I can't call it off. It's happening. He says, please, no, be sure there's no violence.
Yes.
I said, I'll tell my people, no violence. I said, I can't count for any crazy Iranians if they come by.
Yes.
We'll deal with it then.
Yes.
He said, I understand. All right. Well, I had a guy, I got the flag. We made a dummy, we got pants, we stuffed it with pillows, we made a shirt, stuffed with pillows, tied the ends, put the Ayatollah's name on it. And we were out there with the pickup truck and a PA system. Crowds started to come. All friendlies.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a guy, he might have been an Indian, but he owned the 7-Eleven, which was on the other side of me, convenience store. So he called me and says, Bill, he says, I'm not Iranian. I said, nobody's going to bother you. He says, just please don't let the people think I'm not. He was afraid he was going to hurt you. I said, no, anyway.
So even back then, the Indians owned.
Well, people didn't know. They didn't know Iranians. I wouldn't know what Iranians look like. Let's just see them on TV. They all had beards.
Yeah.
That's all.
So he was like Indian guy. And
I think he was Indian or Pakistan. I don't remember what he was, but he was so afraid that we were going to burn his Now, we're at the pickup truck. And we see news helicopters coming. by helicopters, ABC, CBS, and they got the lights down there. They're videoing us and this and that, and we're making speeches. My friend, Freddie, they spoke. Doc, my dear friend now departed, that passed away from Naples. Doc, his daughter's a doctor down there, Robin. Stan. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm lost for his last name right now. I didn't expect he could get into that. He was up there. He gave a little speech, real quick stuff, and then applause from the crowd. And a car goes by waving an Iranian flag. One of the guys who was a real good athlete, Dale Hatches, spots it. He starts running after the car. Dale, no violence. I promised him no. He caught up to the car because there was crowds. The car couldn't go fast. Yes. And he ripped the flag away. He came back. We burnt that flag. We burnt the other Iranian flag I had. We burnt the Ayatollah. After the thing was over, from behind the Dominion food store, it was like a privately owned mom and pop convenience store, or a small Winn-Dixie, I call it. All of a sudden, police cars came rolling out. Where the hell were they? They were hiding. They were hiding behind. Excuse me.
Yeah, you can pull that.
They were hiding behind the store. We never knew they were there. No. There must have been 40 police cars that came out. I said, holy shit. They were good. I don't know how they got them back there. Yeah. I don't know what time of the day they got them back there. Yeah. But they were there to watch what was going on. And it went over real good. And it was good publicity. It was all of the newspapers. I still have the story hanging on my wall. And
so now this is like your club name also goes with it?
Oh, of course. Yeah. It's at the Olympia Gym here and there. People were patriotic in those days. They really liked it. Yeah. It just got to be more than I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
And the next day, I'm driving to the bank to make a deposit from the previous day.
Yes.
I'm on 163rd Street going down to the Pan American Bank. And an unmarked pulls me over. So guy gets out, plainclothes guy, and he comes walking over. He says, I put the window down. He says, no problems. I just want to shake your hand. That was a good thing you did the other day. Said, holy shit.
A police officer.
Police, yeah. It was a good thing. I want to shake your hand.
All
right, now I get to the bank.
Yeah.
And they knew me. I'm a small businessman, but you get to know people. I'm friendly.
Yeah.
And the manager comes over. She says, Bill, we saw you on TV the other night. I just want to let you know, anytime you want to come in here, you don't have to wait till 9 when we open. You come to the back door, knock, the security guard's been advised to open for you. You can make them come in early.
Oh.
I said, holy shit. Now my father and mother come down to this.
So that was a good marketing then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was just doing something patriotic.
Yeah.
I was pissed off watching this go on.
Yeah.
That's become that Iran cut. Well, that was a different thing.
Yeah.
But it's you could Google that. It's all over. But we made a few newspapers and we made TV and everything. TV, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't have money. I got free publicity.
Free publicity.
Oh man, it was
that was smart.
Well, I didn't think it would turn into that. When I saw news helicopters coming, I said, "Wow, this is good." Anyway,
it's very smart.
And now my father and mother there. So I said, "Listen, they flew down." I said,
"It's because of that." Did they come down
just to see? Down there after the visit to see me.
Okay.
So they stay in my apartment, and I said, "Look, I take the car to the gym."
Yes.
And I park the car, sits there all day. Why don't you just come with me in the morning, drive the car home? I said, if you got the car, just come pick me up. I'll call you when I'm ready. Right. So now, my father's in the passenger side, and we're driving. My father says, where you going? I'm going to the bank. It's only 8:30. The bank ain't open now. I said, so be there. To my father. Just face to face. So I come pulling up to the side of the bank.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. My father's sitting there like this.
Mm-hmm.
Knock on the door. Guy lets me in, make a deposit, come out the door.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I get in the car and my father says, sheesh, did they realize who they just let in there? He always had to make a sarcastic remark. You know?
Yes. So yeah, that worked very well. So the good marketing strategy, and then everybody began to know what is Olympia Gym is.
I sold the business to a friend of mine.
Oh, after that?
Yeah. No, well, not right after that.
No,
No,
okay.
I sold it after that.
Oh,
A couple,
okay.
I was there maybe 3 years. Like I said, you burn out 7 days a week. I mean,
Yeah.
you're young. You want to enjoy life. And I remember I took a trip to Vegas,
Mm.
and it was the first time I saw the sunset in 3 years.
Wow.
You're indoors. You open up in the morning, 8 o'clock.
Even in
You close
Florida.
at night, 9 o'clock. The sun is set. It's dark when you go home. Anyway, it was, it was.
That was the experience.
It was your life experience, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, when they're making money, you can sell it. I
Yes.
sold it to a friend of mine.
Uh-huh.
I'd take a year off, 2 years off, and I'd open another one. And my friend, unlike me, had a wife, 2 kids. Him and his wife worked the business. They only sold it about 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
So that still exists.
This is a guy that came from East Harlem.
Uh-huh.
Italian guy from East Harlem.
Uh-huh.
The wife came from West Harlem, 110th Street. He was on the other side. It was like the West Side Story. She was a Puerto Rican, very attractive lady. He's the Italian, Sicilian, Italian guy from the other side. And they're happily married today. They got children, and the two children have kids. They have grandchildren. And just to show you, after working and enlarging it, if the store came available next door, knock a wall down, make it bigger, reinvest. He accomplished owning a home in Golden Beach, not on the ocean, on the intercoastal side. Paid for now. It's $15 million home. Wow. Like he said, Bill, we were in business at the right time. Today you couldn't do that. Yes. He kept it for his kids, and the kids were running it. Yes. He says, at the end of the week, I come in at the end of the month with there's some leftover money. I help myself to some. Yeah. But the kids were making a good living there too. Yeah. Businesses are like timing. Yeah. You have to be in the right business at the right time. Right time. Because eventually everything changes. Like you said, everything is technology now. Technology. Yeah. Technology. Tech business is where it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I have a tech. Yeah, well, that's yeah. Yes. You're the American dream. You come here from a foreign country. Yes. You studied, you worked hard, you drove Uber at night. Yes. You got a degree in computer engineering. Yes. Okay? Yes. And now you're doing things and you're building for a future for yourself. Yes. That's what it's all about. Yes. Exactly. This is what we need. Exactly. People like you, not the ones that come over the border illegally and want. Oh God. Yeah, you're right. Let's see what else I had here. The Olympia. So the next day I told you about it. Yeah. Then the Jersey Spa. So that's like another spa you opened? Yeah, I had two in Florida. I had one in Brooklyn. The one in Brooklyn was the only one I struggled with that one. Okay, so now Olympia was in Miami. Yeah. Right. So then after that riot or the anti-Iranian thing, and 2-3 years later you sold it out. Yeah. And I took a couple of years off. Oh, you took? What did you? Fun. Or you just like relax, just having fun? I work hard and then I play hard. Oh, you burned all the money that you made? Oh, yeah, pretty much so. And then I opened another one. Where? In Fort Lauderdale. Oh, it wasn't really Fort. It was called. It was Broward County, but right at the line. It was the Apollo Gym. So it's called Apollo? The Apollo. Apollo. So, do these gyms still exist? The Olympia does. Olympia does. Oh, Olympia became a landmark down here.
Oh, really?
Well, sure, Pete worked at him and his wife worked that place.
Yeah.
Owned it and worked it.
Mm-hmm.
Then they moved it to another location,
but you are the starter. You're
started,
the one who
yeah,
started.
I was a pioneer in the business.
Yes.
I was a pioneer in the business.
Mm-hmm.
In those days, if you wanted to go to a gym,
Mm-hmm.
people would think nothing of driving a half an hour.
Yes.
They weren't around.
Yeah.
Then the Jersey gym, my mother and father were alive then.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go up there to visit them.
Mm-hmm.
And this is an interesting thing.
Yeah.
See, the health club business, like I said, is very unique.
Mm-hmm.
There was a gym, trying to remember what the name of it was before I bought it. This guy was the second in command for the John Wanamaker Corporation, big national corporation, very successful man in big business. And when he got out of John Wanamaker, retired, he says, "I'll invest some money in health clubs. It seems to be good business."
Yes.
And he bought 3 different health clubs in Jersey. So I had a membership. We had a deal called the IPFA. You join it as a gym, and they give you passes. So if a member joins my gym, and he's up in Jersey or New York, wherever he is, California, and then he wants to work out at a gym while he's away, he could go in and show that pass, and you were on the list, your gym, you could work out there without charge. So I had that, and I had a membership lifetime from, when I sold the computer gave me, I could use it anytime I wanted to close.
Gotcha.
And I went in, I was using this place near my house, near my mother's house. Pool, spa. In those days, it would have cost $300,000 to build out a health club like that, with the jacuzzis, the spa, steam rooms, men's side, ladies' side.
Yes.
The only thing that was joint was the jacuzzi and the pool. The steam rooms and the saunas were in the ladies' side and in the men's side. So, again, somebody that worked there must have heard I had been in the health club business. I'm at my mother's house. They have my phone number because it's on the membership.
Yeah.
I get a call from a guy that says, "Hi, Bill Declemente." I said, "Yeah." He says, "I'm so and so. I own the, can't think of the name of the spa."
Well, that's okay.
Yeah. And he says, "Would you be interested in purchasing of us?" I said, "No, I don't like to do health clubs no more. It's too many hours, too much work." He says, "You sure?" I says, "Yeah, no, really. Thank you for the call." 6 months later, I'm up there spending some time with my mother and father. We use the gym. Same thing happens again. Guy calls me, "Bill, this is so and so. I'm just checking with you. You sure you're not interested?"
So they're trying to sell it to you.
He's trying to sell it to me again.
Very desperate.
So I said, "No, I'm not interested." I had a few dollars. I had other means of income coming in.
Yeah.
I did some clandestine work when it was in my modus operandi. They paid well. So I paid cash.
Who?
The agency called the CIA.
Oh,
I did some clandestine work.
Yeah, you
but
did.
That's being an employee.
Yes.
But you're not really an employee. You're a contractor. Don't get caught. You do the things that they're not legally allowed to do.
Are you allowed to talk about CIA? Like not the stories.
No, well that's on. I only talk about one thing I did that's been declassified in 2010.
Oh, okay.
That's on my website. The first operation, Nation of Islam, was a domestic operation authorized by then President Lyndon Johnson.
Okay.
That was done. That I can talk about.
How did you get into those kind of things? Like
that happened to the military. I won't get into all that. That happened to me in the military.
Where did you get to military? After this club thing?
No.
Or before?
No, before.
Or before you started the club thing, you were in military?
Yes, right. I was young. When I came home is when I got the job at the airport.
Oh, I see. So how long you were in military?
2 years.
2 years. Okay.
But now, a little less than that. They gave me early out because I did a clandestine operation for them too. But I'll get into that. Anyway, the Jersey Spa. My friend was a sign man. He made signs. So I changed the name to the American Way Fitness Center. And he made up a big, beautiful sign for me with red, white, and blue. It was cool. installs it up there for me. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, let me tell you what happened. This is the interesting thing. Uh-huh. I'm up in Jersey again. Uh-huh. Guy calls me again. Go. Says, just checking with you to see if you changed your mind. Would you be interested in the place? I said, I'll tell you what. Send me all the statistics. Send me all the info. Yeah. Give me all your facts. Yeah. Financials, reports, and all. And I'll look it over. Mm-hmm. It's okay. He does. He says it. Now I'm reading a lot of reading. Yeah. And I'm checking it, and I'm not really good on the numbers and the finances. But one thing I know is it's not certified, so I can't count on any of that shit. Yes. So I look at it, and I see that the guy is personally, he's a big shot, had a lot of money. Mm-hmm. He was on the lease personally. He was losing, I'm trying to remember the numbers. I think he was losing 11,000 a month because he's got salaries. He's got staff. He's got people at work. He's got the pool people. I mean, the rent on the place. Yes. Okay. Yeah, he has a lot of expenses. Right. He's stuck. He's going to lose a ton of money. He's been losing. That's why he was calling it. Oh, that's why he wanted to. He knew business. Yeah. But he didn't know the health business. It is a whole different animal. So I'm looking at it and I said, you know what? I'm going to do something. I called him up. I said, listen, I looked over all the material. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to make an offer. Mm-hmm. It's okay. Would you come to my attorney's office and meet me there on such and such a date? Mm-hmm. I said, I don't know Philly, but I'll have a driver friend of mine bring me down. I'm playing big shot. I'll drive a friend of mine. Mm-hmm. So we set up the appointment. My friend knows Philly, takes me down. We meet in the attorney's office. So man, when of course my friend sits outside. Yeah. And I went in. I says, and the lawyer says to me, I understand that you like to make my client an offer. Mm-hmm. I says, yes. I said, but before I make the offer, I want you to know I'm an owner operator. I know this business. I can make it successful. Yeah. I says, but according to the paperwork here, this man who has great business background doesn't know how to grow business. And I don't mean to, hope it's not insulting him, but it's a whole different animal. Yeah. I says, and I see that he's losing 11,000 a month, and he's personally on the lease. So my offer is, I'll take it for nothing. I'll take his responsibility off the lease. Yeah. And I'll relieve him of losing all that money. And I'll make it work. Yeah. He says, can I have a minute to talk to my client in advance? In private? I said, certainly. I'll go outside. 5 minutes later, he said, Bill, come on in. He said, listen, to make it legal, we have to charge you $5. So you bought it in the $5. I bought the place for $5. Now, it would have cost me $300,000 to duplicate in those days. Yeah. This was about 19. I'm trying to remember from the newspaper stories I have on the wall. I always had press. Probably 82. I'd say about 82, 83. Hmm. And it might have been even a little after that. Mm-hmm. So now I came up with a real move. Yeah, because you got the place for $5. I got the place. Like I said, even my mother and father shaking their head. They never heard of this shit. Who goes in and buys a $300,000 existing business? Yeah. I got the lease signed over to me. The landlord that owned the whole block, big strip mall. Yeah. He was happy he had a guy in on an empty space. Yeah. So he assigned it to me, corporation. I wasn't signing it personally. Wow. And he took it. Yeah. Now get ready for this. Mm-hmm. There were other places in the area, mm-hmm. but guys that were muscle heads, they didn't know how to run a gym. They just like to work out. That's the mistake that people make.
Yes.
So I open up and I have 6 phones installed. Rotating lines. Mm-hmm. So in other words, if your phone rang, your business, they didn't have cell phones. Mm-hmm. And that was busy. Mm-hmm. It was bring on the second line. If the second line is busy, you go to the third line, the fourth line, the fifth line, the sixth line. Mm-hmm. Okay. They're all staffed. Mm-hmm. I hired people to answer the phones, and I'll tell you just what they said. Yeah. And I bought advertising space on drive time when people are going to work, people coming home from work. Yeah. So, and maybe in the afternoon. I think one was in the afternoon, but the morning and coming home in the evening was the best response. And the guy that had the show is the guy that would do the commercial. You give him the wording. Yeah. And he does the commercial. So he's advertising for you. Yeah. And attention, ladies and gentlemen. There's excitement in town. In Ocean County, New Jersey, the old Sands Fitness Center. Yeah. Now the American Way Fitness Center. American Way Spa or whatever. Uh-huh. He says, there's an owner-operator in town that'll have lots of his old friends visiting him. People from the entertainment industry, movie stars, sports figures. Get ready, because I'm going to give you the phone number. The first 10 callers get a free 2-year membership. That's right, a free 2-year membership. The first 10 callers, get your pencils ready. Uh-huh. And he says, this always is subject to a small maintenance fee. Of course, that they say quickly and very slowly. Small maintenance fee. I'm giving them a membership that would cost them $200 a year. Uh-huh. And I'm giving it to them maybe $225 a year. Mm-hmm. Get ready. Here's the number. Bump, 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 bump. Mm-hmm. The phones would ring off the hook. Wow. And when you get it, you say, congratulations, you're a winner. Give me a phone number. I'll call you right back. You take their number down and their name. Mm-hmm. Call you right back. Hang up. Everybody wins. So if you get 500 calls. Yes. Now this is radio. So it probably works within a 2-hour drive time. Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh-huh. Now, out of the 200 calls when you call back. Yeah. I'm saying 2-hour drive time. Let me put this together as a long time. Yeah. So let's say you get 500 calls. Mm-hmm. I'm doing that 3 times a day. Mm-hmm. That is now 1,500 calls. Mm-hmm. Out of the 1,500 calls, 750, I figure half, mm-hmm. will come show up for the appointments. Figure half of that will join. Take the 2-month membership, take the 2 free year membership. However, there is a $75 a year maintenance fee to keep up the club. Maintain it, clean it, keep it up for your enjoyment. Yeah. You explain that to people, and it sounds good, it's true. Yeah. So that's $150, $75 a year. Yeah. Now, if you get, what did I say, 1,000 calls, 500 people show up, and half of that, 250 people, yes. Giving you $150. Yes. For the day. I mean, for that sale. For that one day. Yes. How much does that come to? 200. You mean you're selling 150? No, I'm charging 150. 150 for 250 people pay. That is right there. You're making 1,500, 3,000, and then hold on a second. Yeah. 4,000. Yeah. 4,000 a day. Mm-hmm. A day. Yes. Now, you can only do this for 30 days.
Yeah.
So now if you go 30 days.
Yeah.
Times that.
You're making $120,000.
A lot more than that.
You're making 30 days.
Hold on.
4,000.
40,000. No, it came to a lot more than that.
Yeah, 140,000.
It came to about $150,000. Maybe I did it 5 times a day. Maybe the ads ran 5 times a day. Maybe it was more. I couldn't remember the exact numbers. I made over 150,000 the first month.
Wow.
Okay.
Because of that marketing.
Now, well, it was
a promotion, right?
It was a promotion. It's not a scam.
Yes.
But it is in a way because the people that come down, they drive 45 minutes or an hour sometimes to come down to get their free membership. Yes. They might come twice, and then they're not coming no more.
Yeah, I mean, you're giving something free, and at the same time, you're also charging.
I'm charging for maintenance. Right. I give you a membership, you got to pay maintenance.
Yes.
But the point is, they're not going to come steady. First of all, most people that join gyms join with good intentions, getting in shape. The busiest time is right after New Year's. Oh, everybody has a New Year's resolution. I'm going to lose weight, and I'm going to do this and that. Yes. They mean good, but just they're lazy, and they're not going to do it. Yeah. If everybody I sold the membership to showed up on one day, they wouldn't fit in the parking lot. They wouldn't fit on the block. Wow. Yeah. So I mean, it's strange business. But the other health clubs, they were complaining to the business administration. So I got called down, and the girl said to me, "Mr. Declemente, ask you some questions." I said, "Sure." She says, "They've been losing a lot of money." She says, "How can that be? Well, you're giving out free memberships." Oh, so I explained it to her. Yeah. And she was devastated. Her mouth hung open. She said, "I didn't realize that." And I said something that wasn't nice. I said, "Well, that's why you're sitting there as an employee. I'm a business." As a businessman. That wasn't nice. I shouldn't have said that. But I'm a little bit of a wise guy. But that was, could you imagine in 30 days I made it? In 30 days, it was $150,000. Yeah. In 30 days. Yeah. I was rolling with their money. Wow. The landlord. You bought it for $5. Could you imagine it? But it was good for him. Yeah. Good for me. Yeah. The guy be losing money. He's losing money. Loses money, and at the end, he can't even sell it. Yes. Really can't, because it's a lose. Yes. But I knew I could make it in something. Yeah. It was a big place. Yes. It was big. So we had a lot of fun. I had entertained Barry Newman, the old actor. You're too young to remember. He had his own TV show. Patrick Shelley made movies. Vanishing Point was a classic. And he came to visit me. I'd send a limo to get him. Oh yeah, wait a minute, hold on. Opening day when I opened the place, I didn't run the ad yet. I waited a couple of weeks to get the place. I had hired a receptionist and all. Yeah. Get phones installed. You didn't just get that overnight. Yeah. All my friends came to come in. Now we had 3 different interview offices. So the first office, like the sign guy Ray, all the other guys, they all came, and we had a poker game in the office. The first one by the door, because we shut the door. We opened the ceiling tile. They had those tiles in the ceiling, so that the smoke. They're in there smoking. We had a bottle of scotch, and they're playing poker. Big game, big game. What a health club this is! They were laughing. I like this health club. They're in there with card games, smoking. Oh my goodness! Drinking. Oh yeah. Inside your club. Yeah, they weren't workout guys. They were just friends of mine that came by. Oh, your friends came by, so it's like it became a nightclub. No, that's just how I mean. It was a funny scene. What a health club this is! You had to open the ceiling tile so that the smoke would go up. People would smell it outside. Wow! So this is opening. Yeah. Then and I had a TV show to advertise on too. I had a cable TV show called The World of Fitness and Karate. And then the limo would come to the club, press would come. When you get the press, you get free ads because you get a movie star come to Tom's River, New Jersey. That's a big thing. You know, movie stars don't go there. You know, it's not Beverly Hills. So and he'd come and then we go over and we record the show. And then they show it now on my own cable TV show. Small vicinity, you know. And then I had Little Webster, Manuel Lewis Webster. He came out with Yoel Judah, kickboxing world champ, good friend of mine. His son, Zeb Judah, became a boxing world champion boxer. And he came, I sent the limo to Brownsville. And my driver says to me, that was the most dangerous place in Brownsville. It's like, not Brownsville, do or die, Bed-Stuy. Bed-Stuy. He says to me, Bill, every time I'm going down the street, everybody's looking. Who's in that limo? And I was afraid they were going to attack the limo. So he says I had to park in the front. I had to walk around back to knock on this door that was all boarded up. My friend had the minority cotillion. They did work that like the unions wouldn't do and stuff like that. They had guys that Judah had that. Guys that got out of jail, couldn't get jobs. He would hire them, and it was a big deal. So that was the office, but what a place! You had to walk through an alley in a ghetto and knock on the back door. You don't go through the right door. You know, we'll be right out. Anyway, they came to the house, and little Emmanuel Lewis, he wore the same outfit. He came with his mother, stepfather James Arthur, Yoel, and Yoel's son, and Zeb, and the limo pulls up. The press is there. They're interviewing them. I got newspaper stories. You know, it was cool. Free. That was the only kind of marketing that I could do. Back then. I mean, you're a small business. You know, it's not a chain. It's not Dixie or Publix. You can't afford that stuff. So I got publicity that way. But then the limo would take us to film TV show. And here's the funny part. I was going to promote a kickboxing event, and Yoel Judah, the champ, was going to be the headliner. So I had the stadium all planned and this and that, and we're talking about the show. And one of the statements towards the end, I says, we're all going to be there. We'll all be behind my boy, Yoel Judah. My boy, you got it?
Yes.
All right. Now, they know me. All right. And nobody laughed or said anything. But when we got out in the car, I says, I think I shouldn't have said my boy. They all laughed. That's like a derogatory term used on the blacks. Yes. And then we got to my house. The limo pulls up. And some of the kids in the neighborhood must have spotted Little Webster with his little green shirt, just like he's on TV. And we're in there having meatballs and spaghetti. We had good laughs. We had a great time. They were real nice people. They were a whole bunch of them. Every time I saw Webster after that, he always went meatballs and spaghetti. He loved it. My mother was a good cook, and it was a big treat to him. But when we went out of the house, I walked them out to the limo. The whole neighborhood was all surrounded by mothers and kids with cameras taking pictures.
Because they're famous people,
You know, they wanted to see them. It was kind of cute. So I got good publicity with that stuff, you know.
Gotcha.
But another time when Judah came back, there was a lady that used to use the pool. Now the pool wasn't, I don't remember what, it might have been 8 feet deep. Now when you had a deeper pool in those days, you had to have a lifeguard on duty. If you didn't, you got fined. So now this lady didn't know how to swim, but she would go in and hold on to the side of the pool, and she would start walking from the low end to the deeper end. Well, Judah was back there. I didn't know where he was. He must have went to the back, the restroom, whatever. And when he comes out, he's soaking wet. What happened to you? He says, lady was drowning in the pool. He jumped in to save her. She went too far. How stupid could you be? Wow. And she slipped and fell backwards. He jumped in to save her. Whoa. Oh, God.
So that happened in your gym?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the pool. Yeah. And then there was another funny thing with that. The driver that day was named Tommy Gallucci. We used to call him the Big Gallucci. The guy was about 6'3", 6'4". Yeah. But he looked big. He looked like Lou Cabrazzi. Okay? Yeah. Now, my receptionist is out there behind the big counter. Yeah. She's there. And Judah was on the phone. We didn't have cell phones. He's on the extension. He's talking. And I'm over there. And one of the members went out. He comes back in and says, Bill, the driver asked me, wants to know how much longer it's going to be. So I said, you just tell him to wait till we're ready. When we're good and ready, we'll be out. Yeah. So he goes back and tells the guy, which I knew he was going to do.
Oh, okay. So then.
All right. So then, now don't forget, this guy's big, monster.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, a shadow comes over the doorway. And everybody looks, and here comes the Big Galoosh. And he's looking at me. And he starts slowly walking towards me. And I'm looking at him. I start walking slowly towards him. You could have heard a pin drop. The receptionist was trembling. Judah says, hold on a minute. Everybody thought they were going to have to jump on this guy. We got up close to each other. We looked at each other. We both broke out laughing. He knew I was busting his balls. It was funny. Yeah. You had to see the facial expressions. Yes. For him. What is this? They're walking in this monster, this shadow over the doorway, walking towards me, not smiling. And I'm walking towards him. I mean, it was really, I had a lot of fun there.
Okay. That was your second club?
No, that was the one in Jersey. I only had one in Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's about it for that. I guess we could wrap it with that. Do you have any other questions?
Yes, and question was like, what are the challenges that the marketing was a challenge, but you have done really well getting marketing. You have overcome that one.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Yes.
If you don't have the money to invest in marketing, and then of course, when you are successful in the marketing, a lot of it pays to do more marketing.
Yes.
So you're taking the profits that you're reaping and putting it back into marketing.
Yes.
So the best thing is to do, try to keep your numbers down so you show a bigger profit.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, that's common sense.
Yeah. What other challenges you had? Did you have any other challenges other than that? In business wise?
In business?
Yeah. Did you have any competitors who were against you, like anything like that in the history?
I didn't get that question.
Did you have any competitors, like people who did the same thing,
competing against you? Nobody can figure that stuff out. Okay. Now, the publicity stuff, the news, I mean, they used to laugh when I used to show up at the Olympic after I sold it to Pete, and I'd go visit when I was down. They used to laugh, here he comes. So you were the best, man. You got press all over. I still got the stories hanging on my walls all framed. You know? Wow. It's a way of getting free marketing.
Gotcha.
And but I don't know how easy it is to do anymore. Years ago, reporters would come out to interview people. Wow. I don't see anybody going out to interview anybody anymore.
No. Nowadays, everything is social media.
AP, American Press.
Okay, back then.
It's like I said, times change, marketing changes.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Nowadays, it's a very big competitive thing. Every industry has a really big competition. It's not like you are the only one who is opening something.
No.
And then when you start something, there will be another 100 people opening the same thing. And in the internet, and with the social media, it is more challenging, but it is possible to do. But you have a lot of opportunities that you can open up even today. And but you have to know the thing. You have to know the technology stuff.
Exactly. Well, see, that's why your expertise.
Yes.
in marketing at
Yes.
some point.
Yes.
Say, in today's world, I'd be lost.
Yes.
I wouldn't have the courage.
Yes.
I don't want, at my age, I don't want it anymore.
Yes.
I wouldn't have the courage
Yes.
to go into a business today if I
Yeah.
didn't know marketing.
Yeah. Yes.
Social media, this is, you need an expert in that.
Yeah. So after that, the first like that Jersey club, and did you start any other clubs? And so you came back to Florida.
That was it. That was it. That was it. No more health clubs.
Okay.
I just I got into a few other little things.
Okay. Did you become an investor?
No.
No.
No, I actually got a pension from the Department of Defense. It's all on my YouTube channel. Things that I can talk about. If it's not classified, I'll talk about it. But I got right after 9/11, I was retired.
Okay.
By the Department of Defense.
All right.
I did something that I can't talk about. It was a multi-agency endeavor.
Okay.
It's
that's fine.
I mention all this on my YouTube channel. Bill Declemente on YouTube.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, that's a really nice story that how you handle the health club business, and especially it's very funny that business you bought for $5 and you made $150,000 in 30 days. Yeah.
First month.
That was a good strategy, though. It's not that like you're scamming them. I think you're charging the maintenance fee, but you're giving them free as well.
Right, because I know that they're not going to come.
Yes.
If those people came,
yes,
the place would be so overcrowded. The other members would be furious. They couldn't enjoy it anymore.
Oh, they don't. Yeah, it's like nowadays. Even today, a lot of people join the gym, and they don't go to the gym every day. Some people they just go like once in a month or something.
I went to a big place open near me. A Kmart closed, and it was closed for years.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they opened up a big Crunch gym. I had never seen one.
Yeah.
So I said, one day I came from the VA, and I'm driving back, and I says, you know what? It's 9 o'clock in the morning. They're not going to be busy. Let me go in. I pull in. There's a lot of cars in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I go in. Big gym.
Yeah.
Big.
Yes.
And of course, you can't walk around by yourself. They have to walk with you. So,
yes.
And the place is packed. 9 o'clock. Now, I used to love to go to a gym at 9 in the morning because there's nobody there at that time.
Yes.
I don't want to go when it's crowded.
Yes.
So I says to the guy, I says, how come it's so crowded at 9 in the morning? This is when I'd like to come early when it's empty. He said, oh, it's like this all the time. I said, how come these people aren't working? Well, most of them work from home.
Yes.
Well, why aren't they home working?
I think they start working late.
I never heard of this stuff. Work at home.
Working
Sit
home.
Sit there and have lunch and do this and eat and answer phone calls.
But I think many people have more free time nowadays. I think I don't know. Even today, this morning, I went to the gym about 9:00, 9:30. I was surprised by seeing that many people. I expected less people as well. So now, even like late night, 1 o'clock, like 12, even still, you will see people coming into the gym. And yeah, I mean, it's good for people, like if they are into more health practices like that. And I think still the gym and health club is a good business to be in.
Well, I don't know about the business. It's good to be a member. The business today, I don't know how well they're doing.
Yeah,
they're owned by big corporate investors.
Yeah, like
stock markets. You know,
like Crunch, and then Planet Fitness, and then.
Now I remember when Bally had health clubs. And well, it was something else, and it was bought out. 3 different big chains were bought out by Bally's, and they paid them $100 million for each chain. Got $100 million for all their places.
Wow!
Bally Machines bought the health clubs.
Yeah, nowadays we have like a lot of technical equipment as well, like past. And yeah, thank you very much for sharing that story. By the way, it's really interesting and very funny. And you. So you started all those things after you came back from military.
Yeah.
Have you been in the Vietnam War as well?
I was supposed to.
You were supposed to.
Yeah, I did jungle training, MP school, basic, and it's all explained on my
the story.
Yeah, on my YouTube.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
I was pulled to a black site and asked to do a special operation,
Okay, gotcha.
and you're not allowed to tell anybody.
Yeah, yeah,
In
yeah,
those
yeah.
days, declassified.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I remember I says, "Can I give you an answer tomorrow?" And they said, "Sure." You're only
Okay.
allowed to tell your wife if you're married, your mother and or father.
Okay.
If,
Gotcha.
in that case, I was mine. Now I remember calling, and it said to my mother answered the phone.
Yeah.
I said, "Mom," I said, "Listen, they're there." She said, "Yeah, tell them to pick up." And the two of them got on the extensions. And I told them, I said, "I was offered to do this deal. I don't have to go. I'll be working domestically."
Okay, okay.
And my father said, I still choke up thinking about it. He said, "Listen, I lost my brother in World War II. I don't want to take a chance to lose my son in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Take the deal."
Yeah.
And I did. It worked out for the better because
Yeah.
then I got a couple of other things after that. When my modus operandi fit,
Okay.
and they pay well, and there's no record of to pay you cash. And
Yes.
it was.
So thus you had your life and your businesses, and you retired from even business
Yeah.
and all that, and then you just like relaxing in
Yep.
Tarpon Spring, right?
Yeah, I've been enjoying. I've been retired now since November 23rd, 2001. Right
Wow,
after
so
9/11.
more than
Right
20
after,
years.
right,
Yeah.
right, it's a long time.
24 years, yeah. I mean, enjoying life and
Yeah.
retired person and helping people around. And also, remember, we made a movie too.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. We want to work.
Yeah.
I never produced or directed a movie. I
Yes.
always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I had no plan.
Yeah.
I did everything. I
Yes.
picked out the locations.
Yes.
I picked out the dialogue.
Yeah, script and everything.
I took amateurs and made them actors.
Yeah.
When Barry Newman saw it,
Yes.
he couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
He couldn't believe it. He said, "Bill."
Yeah.
I said, where'd you pay the actors?" "I didn't pay them. They're friends of mine." "They weren't actors?" "No, they're friends of mine." I just, my nurse friend.
Yes.
She's been a nurse. She's retired.
Yeah, that was interesting. Like, you know.
That was funny. And look at you. You're in.
Yeah, I was
in too.
Yeah, yeah.
We had you here launching missiles.
I came into like to project as an edit to edit the project, and then at the same time it was filming as well. So then we ended up doing all
Remember we went out on the boat?
I know that's what. Yes.
And the boat stalled.
Yes.
And
oh,
channel markers. I mean,
that was very funny.
We cut that out.
Yes.
We were scared.
Yes.
When that boat stalls, you can't steer it.
Yes.
We're at current.
Yes.
We're drifting.
Exactly.
We can wind up hitting the sandbar, another boat, or wound up in Cancun, Mexico.
Yes.
I mean, we all trying to start. Finally, after 5-10 minutes, we got it going. We were ready to send Cito out for us.
Yes, that was a
And the storm was coming too. You could see oh my God.
That was crazy.
These things are funny after. They're not funny when they happen.
Yes. When they happen, we all worried, like, oh my God, what's gonna happen?
This is not good.
It's not good. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, and then we went to Miami and shooting.
Well, then we went down to Miami and
$1 million yacht.
Right. Bob shot his captain on his boat.
Yeah, exactly.
We made actors out of them all.
Yes, yeah, that was very interesting. It was fun to work with it, and even meeting your friends as well. And thank you very much for sharing the story and the health club business and even today there are opportunities. Actually, today when it comes to health club, people sell online courses about health, fitness stories, and then it is a big business and health industry like fitness industry. It's a big business. I've seen people, uh, posting their lectures and the courses, how to get fit, and it's still people trying to lose weight and all that. I think it's gonna help people to understand and how it was in the past and how it is now, and by listening to your insights that your experience that you had in the past, and it will be good story for them, and I hope they will enjoy the story and everyone, and I enjoyed it, and I learned a lot about the health club thing. I never heard of that before, even though I know you for 5-6 years, and I never heard of all this health club in here, Florida and even New Jersey, and your marketing strategies are brilliant, and you use the environment as
Listen, I created them
Yes.
Hoping it'd work out. I know when you get free news,
Yes.
free press,
Yes.
it's nice. You get a
Yes.
story because they put pictures in it.
Yes.
It's not little clips.
Yes.
Sometimes I capture the front page.
Yeah, that's
You know, it
fantastic.
depends.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we will say, we will, and everyone, we will meet again next month with our next episode. And this is our fourth episode. And thank you for listening. And make sure you subscribe to our channel, MIV Podcast, and follow us on Instagram, Make It Viral Media, and TikTok, Make It Viral Media. And they go and check out our website as well. And also, the Bills has his own website on YouTube channel, sharing his stories more further, and even the movie that he made.
Movies on YouTube too.
Yeah,
It's free. We put it up for free.
yeah, it's a free movie. You can enjoy, how he made a story with very less resources, but without spending money, he made a story using his friends, and that's very interesting. And so go and watch that as well. And Bill Declemente is the YouTube channel name as
Yes,
well.
sir.
His name. Thank you very much, you guys. Again, next time. Until then, have a great month. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.